Hey guys, it's Sherry. Welcome to my channel. This channel is probably mostly going to be about my VSG surgery. So I'm 26. I had my surgery on September 5th of 2017 under the care of Dr. Craig Taylor at Concord Hospital in Sydney. I'm currently almost 2 weeks post-op. Just to give you a bit of background about myself, I have polycystic ovarian syndrome, hirsutism, excess male hormone, and I'm insulin resistant. I do have anxiety and depression. The depression comes basically hand in hand with everything else I've got going on. So I've struggled with my weight my whole life, and I went through all the bullying you would expect, like with high school and primary school. I currently work 2 jobs doing 15-hour days, and they're physical jobs, so I'm on my feet the whole time running around. I do club work and I also work at a cafe. So doing that all day, and it's obviously not done anything with my weight. I still struggle. I exercise regularly, I eat pretty healthy, and the weight just never seems to budge. So basically last year I seriously started to think about weight loss surgery. Now, I'm not going to lie, I was that person who thought, yep, it's the easy way out. Just exercise, you'll lose the weight. So that's me being naive. I did a lot of research and came to the realization that it's not actually easy way out. It's a full-time job once you've had it. So, yeah, so like I said, did my research, realized it's not the easy way out. So I made the decision on May 18th to go and see Dr. Craig Taylor at the O Clinic. Now, while I was at the clinic, I found out how much I weighed and correct height and everything like that. So I weighed at my highest ever of 119.3 kilos, and I am really not that tall. I'm 160 centimeters, which is like, I think 5'2", so I'm pretty short. So being that weight at this height at 26 is really not a good thing. So so Dr. Taylor guided me through the type of procedures that they do, and he suggested that I had the gastric sleeve done. That was going to be the best option for me. So when I went home that day, I discussed it with my mum, and we discussed everything, like my weight, everything like that. The fact that I had a BMI of 48, which is category 3 morbidly obese. We decided that it was the best option that I have the surgery done if I ever wanted to see 30 or just stay alive in general. So originally I was given the date of October 17th of this year, 2017, but on August 28th, which was 3 days after my 26th birthday, I received a phone call from Dr. Craig Taylor's room telling me that they had an earlier surgery date, and if I was interested, give them a call. So I called them back, and they gave me a new date, and me not realizing what date it was, and because I was so excited, I agreed to the date. So when I got off the phone, my mum asked me, hey, what's the date? And I said, oh, it's September 5th. And she just looked at me completely gobsmacked, and I was just like, why are you looking at me like that? And she's like, you do know that is next Tuesday. And I think my jaw literally hit the floor because I had no idea. I was just so excited they were giving me a new day. I was like, oh my God, I don't have to wait any longer. This is going to be great. So I had to like pick my jaw off the floor and have a reality check that, holy crap, you've got 6 days before surgery. So obviously I had to start my clear liquid diet ASAP. So I had to be on no food, just that Optifast stuff and water for the next 6 days, and still working my 2 jobs doing like 15, 16-hour days. So you can imagine how fun that was. The headaches were great. Energy levels basically didn't exist, but still had to do it. So on the day of surgery, which was September 5th, I weighed in at 112.4 kilos. So that was a significant bit of weight loss in a few days. I probably could have done a bit better if I had been given the 2 weeks that you normally are given. So, as you can imagine, before surgery, I was absolutely terrified. Now, I do not have any religious beliefs at all, but that day, you better believe it when I tell you that I was saying a prayer to the angels, just asking them, please make sure I'm okay, please let me come out of this, don't let me die on this table, blah, blah, blah. Now, obviously, I was terrified because I had never, ever, ever had any surgery, never been through anything like this in my entire life. So it was really scary. So 3 hours later, I was brought out of recovery into my ward. My mom and my boyfriend were waiting for me there. They were really stressed out, wanting to know if I was okay or not. So later that night, when everyone had gone home, it was probably about midnight. I was really uncomfortable, just really not well. Gas pains are the shittest thing in the world. So I was just wandering around the wards for hours on end, just trying to relieve the pain, because all the nurses could tell me was just walk, 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 it will help with the gas pains. Now, on everything I've ever read, anything I've ever watched, no one once mentioned gas pains. So for me, I have a very good pain threshold, and they were excruciating. Like, it was making me physically sick. And when I say physically sick, I mean just a lot of dry gagging, and basically just bringing up my stomach bile and leftover blood from surgery, because there was nothing in my stomach at all. I wasn't given any water until the next day. So it's not like you can just fart or burp. Physically, you can't do anything. You're just helpless. So I was given water the next day, and I was told that had to last me 24 hours, which it did easily, because I couldn't drink anything. I was just pretty sick. So all the advice I was given was just walk, 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 and that really didn't help anything. So where am I? So on day 3, I was told I could go home if I could keep down the liquids that they gave me, and if my blood work came back all right. So with the liquids that they gave me in hospital, they gave me a really disgusting, thick protein drink thing. It was the hardest thing in the world to try and swallow, just because of how thick it was. They also gave me a fruit syrup thing. Well, it tasted like a syrup. It was disgusting. So they gave me that as well. And then they had to take blood. Now, I felt so sorry for the poor lady who had to do my blood. I have really deep veins, and because I had the thingy already in my arm from surgery, she couldn't get to that spot to take blood, and she couldn't use the cannula or whatever it's called. She couldn't use that to take blood, so she had to use my wrist. Now, that was the worst experience of my life. I do not recommend anyone ever have blood taken from their wrist. It's horrific. But yeah, so blood work all came back fine. So 1 o'clock came, and I was allowed to go home. So before I left, they gave me nausea medication, because I had a 2-hour drive out of Sydney to go home. That was not a fun ride home, because we were stuck in so much traffic, and basically as soon as I got home, second I walked in the door, I threw up. So that wasn't fun at all, and the gas pains on top of that just didn't help anyone, because I couldn't get comfortable, so I became very aggravated and was a bit of a bitch to everyone. So by Sunday, the Sunday after surgery, I was still in a lot of pain, and my mum had a really good idea of giving me a heat pack to try and help relieve the gas pain. So we started it at the top of my back and slowly moved it down. I couldn't put it on my stomach, and I don't recommend anyone put a heat pack on their stomach after surgery, because if you're anyone like me, your incisions will be pretty close together. So please, God, don't put it on your stomach. Just put it on your back, move it down. It really does help, because literally by halfway through that day, it was like 20-30 minutes after we put the heat pack on, I was able to release a little bit of gas, and then it just kept happening, and the more gas that comes out, the better you feel. So I have my pre-op appointment now on Thursday to see Dr. Taylor, to see how I'm going and everything like that. So my incisions are healing really well. I had an appointment with my normal GP the other day, and he was really happy with how my incisions are healing. I don't have an infection. A couple of them don't even look like they exist anymore. They don't look like anything happened. I've got one semi-big one at the front, but apart from that, they all look really good. So today is September 18th, and I currently weigh 105.5 kilos. So I've lost a total of 13.8 kilos since the beginning of this altogether. So basically since August 28th to now, I've dropped 13.8 kilos, which is pretty good. But I will be going back to work this week, so hopefully more comes off because I'll be moving again. I've had the last 2 weeks off work just because I haven't really been able to bend or anything, and my job being as physical as it is, I need to be able to do all that. Yeah, so with this channel, I want to try and upload every week. So if there's anything you want to know about me, anything you want to know about the surgery, anything like that, if you want to leave them in the comments, I can make a video on it if you want. If I learn any more tips and tricks along the way for this surgery, I will definitely let you guys know. I can do them skin flick videos, you know, where they basically show you how you look, show you incisions, and then as you're losing weight, if your skin sags or not, whatever. I know for a fact that I personally went through YouTube with a fine-tooth comb trying to find girls who were in like similar height, similar shape, whatever as me, just to see if I could find someone and get an idea how they look. But at the end of the day, we all look different to each other. We're all going to have our own journey, everything like that. No one's going to lose the same as someone else. So you can get an idea, but really you can never judge yourself on someone else. So I will happily do the videos for you because I find them very, I get into it really, really quickly, so I find them intriguing. So if you want to see them, I'll happily do them. I don't really know what else to say. So yeah, if there's anything you want to know, just let me know and I will try and upload videos. So if you want, please subscribe to my channel. I would really, really appreciate it. Apparently there's a little bell next to the subscribe button, so it will let you know instantly when I upload a video, so you can be the first to watch whatever. So if you want to subscribe, please do. It's down below. Yeah, so I will see you again. Thanks.